let's get started on the actual house. And this isn't it, by the way. There are levels here. I don't know what they all are, but I know that there's this part. I know that there is a vehicle, which I think is a bike or a car or something like that. And I believe there is inside of the house as well. So we'll have to wait and see what we get. But I will be streaming all of them. If you want to see what the inside of Lara Croft's house looks like, or if you want to be reminded of what the inside of her house looks like, stay tuned. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to clean this part first. Action 52 for 200 bucks. No, thank you. See, House Flipper's a game that I might get back into again, because the DLC that game has now is ridiculous. And now that I've got a PC or I say PC, now that I've got a laptop that can actually play it, I could really see myself getting back into it. That's less than $4 a game. You'd be a fool not to buy it. You know, when you put it like that, it is a good price. That is a good price. When you put it in those terms, you cannot argue with those facts. That is a good price for 52 games. But at what cost to your sanity? That's the question. Ding ding. We're making money now, people. We are making money now. I might have to give House Flipper another look, actually. I enjoyed that game too much. Because I took my time with it. Like, I put thought into each of my houses and each of my rooms. And I'm not good at that stuff. I'm not saying that they looked good or were good. I'm just saying that me, personally, I put time into that. I want to at least think that my houses looked good. But Phasmo will still forever be my favourite. As soon as I heard the ding, I went to the next house. That game is over $300 now? You're kidding. That's ridiculous. Like, is that just purely for the cult following of it? Like, that's what's made it that price? That is insane. I'm guessing though 300 must be like mint in box 300, not just I have a cartridge. B for the memes, yeah. Collector's item, yeah. I own Action 52, tee hee hee. Yeah, look how much you spent, tee hee hee. That's ridiculous. I've made some stupid purchases in my life, but to pay 300 bucks for a game like that, I don't even think I could make that decision. I don't think I could justify that in the slightest, ever. Complete in box is $792. Fucking hell. People have got too much money. People have got too much money and I don't have enough, clearly. Like, the thought, like, to sit down one day and go, I really want Action 52. And I really want it mint in box so that I can show off. And then they log on to eBay or whatever, and it's $700. Not a problem. Here's my information. Like, what the fuck? Imagine having that level of money where just spending 900 now you're saying on a game that is pish for the memes. Like, that is a level of money I would only dream of. Oh, I didn't clean the floor here. Oh well. If I win the lottery, I'll pay for all Wheeler's flights to meet up and have an Action 52 live wheel struggle. That would be awesome. Although, don't say that around the council. They might start charging us player fees so that they have a pool at the end of it and do something like that. Although, to be fair, I'd be totally down for that. Can you imagine if there was a subscription to the wheel, like $10 a month or $10 a season, like paying for that amount of pain? You'd have to turn it into like a BDSM channel. No, I know. I know. I was just spitballing what my stupid brain was going through while power washing. But yeah, I know that would never happen. But imagine! Is that clean? No. Oh, there we go. There's the ding. See, I wouldn't want a belt, a trophy. I'd want a belt. I would want an old school WWF, WCW, old school championship belt. That's what I would want. And I totally agree. If that was an option, I would totally contribute towards that. I think that would be really cool. I would never see it. I'd never get my hands on it, but it would be really cool to have that like shipped out and get pictures or video or whatever. That would be really really cool. I think I agree. I would 100% pitch in for that. That is the biggest issue, though, right? Is you think you know these people. Some people you do know really well. Others, you might only know a little bit. And then next thing, that belt never seen again. But yeah, I'd be totally down for doing something like that as well, though. I agree. But then at the same time, I guess if you had a trophy, like now I'm just going like completely over the top with it and completely unrealistic. If you had a trophy and you could get, the season winners engraved on the trophy and things, that would also be quite cool. Again, I'd never fucking see it, but I would live vicariously through somebody who does have it and enjoy it. I'm just really happy that this season, I mean, like, it was almost like within the space of a couple of days, we had like 3, 4, 5 new people join the wheel, just like rapidly. I'm so happy to see that happen. It just shows that there is a population of people out there who enjoy this type of thing, and to see that happen so quickly, I think is awesome. Long may it continue. Honorable mention Tater on the very bottom. Fuck you. Traveling, yeah, traveling trophy would be absolutely difficult. All right, a new one each year, yeah, okay. I like how you're putting an honorable mention at the bottom, Fluffin. Like, do you honestly believe that you would ever have your name on the trophy? Be honest. Tell me the truth. Do you honestly believe on a regular wheel that doesn't have populace every single round? Do you honestly believe that you think you could get the trophy? Because I know, based on what I've seen, that is a hard no from me. I will never see that trophy. Do you honestly think you have a chance of winning? And I'm not being funny when I ask that. I'm asking a genuine question. Do you honestly believe there's a chance? You think you could, Mark? Okay. No, never. So then we'll get you a plaque right next to mine then. Honourable mention. Participation trophy, thanks for showing up. You make the numbers look good. That doesn't mean I can't mock you for it. Fliven, if there's one thing that I have learned about you, good sir, is that you need not the situation nor the information to be able to mock me. You, sir, will find a way, come hell or high water, to mock me. And now it's even happening on now other people are just getting involved with it. My name's getting thrown about because of you, and I'm not even involved in the conversation. In fact, wasn't it you, Mark? That was. I don't know what this means, so I'll just assume it means tater. I think there was a conversation happening. I think it was on our bait servers, Fufin. Yeah, it was when Zero got the apocalypse challenge. Congratulations, did what Tater couldn't. Like, I wasn't even on the thread. I hadn't even said anything at that point. That may have been me, perhaps. Yeah, it's all right. So I'll take the piss out of Tater. Here's the good thing. Here's the good. If there's one quality about me, it is A, I really don't care, and B, I don't take it seriously, even if it's meant serious. Like, even if someone said something really horrible to me, I'm like, whatever. I'll still take it as a joke, even if it was genuinely meant. Life's too short for that shit. So I am always a good sport about that stuff, and I think I've got a good grasp of the majority of people on the wheel to know that it isn't jest. So fire away. I will be your not guinea pig. What's the word I'm looking for? Something, but I will be the butt of all jokes. That's what I was looking for. I am fine with that. I just love the two of you chirping away at each other. Yeah, that does happen. Although I think now, I don't know. I don't know if Luffin can honestly call me his rival anymore. I don't think he can. I think Zero is a better competitor. I think the other guy that I brought in, Carl, I think he is a better competitor than I am. I think Fluffin might have actual proper competition this year outside of just me, because I think we realized last season I'm not actually competition. I am just someone that he knows that is doing the same thing as he is. If I ever thought you were serious, I'd expect you to tell me. No, see that if I thought it was serious, I'd let you keep going, I'd let it build up, and then I'd snap. Because that's what friends do. No, it's always a good laugh. It's always good fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the friendly banter and competitive nature of the wheel with everyone. Actually, with everyone, I was my heart was filled to see Decky do worse than me on Bomberman, and then for his realization that if he's not careful, he might become the bar. And that filled my heart with joy. I'm not gonna lie. What is? Ooh, missed you. See, this is what I think drives people crazy. Like, I'm not even done. There we go. I'm not even done with that door, and I just kind of stepped out to look at it, and I saw a bit that I missed, and I had to go and take care of it instantly. Yeah, it really was. It really, really was. That was a very like when he left the stream. He's like, oh, I have to leave. I might come back to it. I was like, oh, if he comes back to it, he's definitely going to beat me. And then he threw in the towel, and I was just, oh, yes, I am not last. And that, I have decided, is my goal for this year. I think there are. I think the main reason that I wasn't last year was that there were a lot of people that started and didn't finish, so I was able to jump them, after a few rounds. I've got a feeling that might not happen this year. I think a few people will fall off, and I think, oh, surprisingly tough work exterior cleaning, isn't it? Yes. Anything else? Anything else? I go through 4 flannels a day on one brick alone. Sir, replace your flannel with a power wash. Save the flannels. I expect you brought some high-fangled gizmo or other to speed up the process. Indeed I have. That's so cool that the butler talks to you in this. I really like that. For those of you that weren't here at the start, he admitted he was in a bit of a situation, which I think was a wink wink nudge nudge to lock him in the fridge. Which I thought was rather funny. Hulk Command and Conquer comes up soon. I mean, I enjoy Command and Conquer. I know where I'm going to place, though. Again, not last. That's what I'm aiming for. Not last, but it's, yeah, I know you love that game. I actually wish you would pick it back up again, or pick up another version of it or whatever, because I enjoyed watching you stream that game. It's actually nice to watch it be played well. I think one of the things that I always struggled with Command and Conquer was I was never really a PC gamer. I dabbled in PC gaming when I was younger, just, and that's where I played Command and Conquer originally. And I could just never get to like grips with like the macros and the shortcuts and the key commands that you could do really quickly. Similar to what happened to me in Populous, actually. Not too dissimilar at all. That was a real struggle for me to do that. So when it came out for like the Xbox and stuff, it was a lot easier because those commands were dumbed down quite a lot. It made it a lot easier for me. So, but I do enjoy it. Like I say, I loved Generals. Generals, oh, I could play that game. I could keep playing that game, to be honest with you. Loved it so much. Would highly recommend and play again if I ever had the chance to. But most of the time in Command and Conquer, I suck. No, I mean you could get another Command and Conquer game. That wouldn't count as cheating. If you picked up like I know you just did Red Alert 2, I think it was the last one. Tiberian Wars or something like that you could pick up. I forget which one you just streamed, but yeah. I did love me some Command and Conquer. But it's funny, you have such a way of playing those games. Like when I watch you play Populous, it's like I have no idea what's going on. Then I played it, and it's like okay, so I've got an understanding now of what's going on, but I'm still obviously not near your level on it. I played Command and Conquer. I enjoyed Command and Conquer. I understood Command and Conquer. And even when I watched you play, I'm like, I've got no idea what he's doing. This is amazing. So it's always fun to watch you play those games, especially games that I know because you have a. I say you have a different take on it. It's probably not a different take, more of a. This is actually how you should play the game, and not just build a base, build bajillion people, and then hope that you win, which is kind of my strat. You actually have proper strategy involved, which I always like to see. Well, so did I to an extent. I've always see. I think that's one of the things about me in general. I mean, just in life, I never like. I grew up on Command and the Command and Conquer genre and things like that. But I would never play a game to be like an expert at it, or I never played a game so much that I became like an expert at it. I always bounced about. Like I love racing games. I love all types of games, really. Um, I've been like that. Say like it's sports as well. Like yeah, I played football. I played basketball and football at a decent level. But I mean, I also played rugby. I played hockey. I was never amazing at any of them, but I was always somewhat good at them. And that's kind of like my gaming history as well. I'm not amazing at any game. Like there is not a game that you could put on the wheel and I would just be like, I'm amazing at that game. I know I'm going to podium or or win it. There's just not that game at all. But I would say I am good at I am good at a lot of games. I can play a lot of games at a decent-ish standard. Um, but yeah, that's I've always been like that. Like I've always just like tried everything, every genre, every type of game that I could get my hands on, or whatever games my friends were playing. If my friends were playing a game, that's the game that I would be playing at that point because I wanted to play with my friends. Um, it was never like, oh no, I don't like that game. I suck at that type of game. Like, no, all right, let's play it. I remember spending hours on Parapper the Rapper. My mate got it and he thought it was the best thing ever. And then I also thought it was the best thing ever because Parapper the Rapper is amazing, and I won't hear another word about it. So yeah, I just never got to that kind of expert level of games. I always just kind of was fair to middling at most games. And that's your bread and butter. Yeah, absolutely. I think Markman. Yeah, Markman did do good in Populous actually. Yeah, CNC is easier. Yeah, probably. I'll enjoy CNC though. That's the difference versus a lot of the other games in the wheel. I know you're looking at CNC as a chance for you to place first or podium, and you also obviously enjoyed the game. I just enjoy Command and Conquer. I'll enjoy playing it right to the very end, knowing that realistically I'm going to be nowhere near the podium or first place. Versus the other games on the list where I don't know if I'm going to enjoy them, and I know I'm not going to podium or be anywhere near the list. So at least I know with Command and Conquer, I'll at least enjoy myself. At the very, very least, I'll enjoy myself. What am I want to do here? Yeah, I want to do the wall first. One of your favorites, yeah. So at least you have that. At least you have um, the prospect of possibly a podium. I think the best I got last season was 5th, and I was actually quite happy with that. It's an extra point! Yay! I think if I had to choose a game, like if someone said, you have to beat this person at a game, gun to head, I think I would have to I'd have to do a racing game. I think I'm pretty good at racing games, but I also know that I've got a lot of room to get better at a racing game. So if I had to like really grind at it, I could get a lot better at racing games, but I seem to have a somewhat natural tact for racing games. So I'd say if I had to, that's the game that I would say, oh, there's a racing game. I'm going to be good at this, and I might expect possibly to be on the podium or whatever. That would be about it. That's why I was kind of gutted when I saw that Daytona came up and I was getting rinsed. I don't know how well I'd do in that game because that's kind of like an arcade game versus an actual racing game. But maybe, who knows? I might have stood a fighting chance since it was a racing game. But yeah, if I had to pick, I think that would probably be it. Yeah, I think. What? Whose run did I watch? Oh, I was watching your run. I was watching your run, Flippin. I mentioned this in your chat, saying I think not playing this game is a massive disadvantage. Um, which I know is a kind of redundant comment because you could say that about every game. But if you take a game like Mirror's Edge, and this was my thought process when I messaged that in the chat. If you take a game like Mirror's Edge, at the end of the day, there's only one way that you can go. Yes, you can go exploring, and yes, you can look at different things in the game, but at the end of the day, there's only one way that you can go. And most of the time, you can't, unless you're stuck, you cannot spend ages in one place. Once you look around everywhere and you're like, okay, well, where do I go? Then you're focused in on where you need to go, and you'll eventually find where you need to go. I learned that the hard way. Whereas Bomberman, having experience in Bomberman could save you quite literally hours running through that game. There are like I don't know how long. I spent ages trying to fight a flying um, enemy. Ages trying to fight it because I thought I could, and I couldn't. I think I actually beat it glitchy way. That wasn't really the intended way. But I lost so much time doing that because I thought that's how I could do it, and the game didn't tell me otherwise. So not playing that game, not having that knowledge, really did slow you down. Versus, like I say, not playing Mirror's Edge. Okay, I go left instead of going right. Oh, whoops, it was right all along. I get there eventually. So yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying there. That the performance is skewed because if you do have people that have played it before, those times are going to be way, way skewed. I want to know who approved randomizer for the wheel because that's going to be even worse. Yeah, you need to know what you're finding on each item. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, that's going to really suck, but it's going to be different, so it is going to be a little bit fun, and it's complete RNG for everyone. So I guess that kind of throws everything up in the air. Right, my friends. I am going to pause here. I am coming back. I am going to get some food and take a little bit of a break. That's just over an hour now I've been streaming. So I'm going to grab some food, I'm going to grab a bit of a break, and I will be back here in a little bit. Hopefully you're all still here too. If not, I hope you have a great night. You'll be able to catch the rest of this on YouTube. I am going to finish this house hopefully tonight. And yeah, I'll be back here in just a few. So take it easy, and I'll be right back. Cheers, guys.